Hi, Daniel, is that you?
That's me, yes.
Oh, perfect. Everyone, hello, hello. I hope everyone is safe and sound and absolutely healthy. Thank you so much for joining us on my Mystic podcast. I'm grateful to you. And I'm grateful to you, Daniel Fiorda, for being on this podcast and just gracing us with your amazing presence. You're an amazing sculptor, an amazing painter. I've
Thank you.
seen some of your work. And then on top of that, a great musician. So thank you for blessing us with all of that amazing talent.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling me, to reaching out, to stretch our arms and join together in this wonderful global network of friends. So thank you for the invitation.
Of course. And as I understand it, you're right now in Miami. You're from Argentina, correct? And you're
Yes, I
currently
born
in
in
my
Argentina and I moved to United States 30 years ago, and I live in North Miami now.
Fabulous, fabulous. And one of the things that inspired me to reach out to you, because we've been friends for quite some time. I think it's been what, like 10 years, something like that, that we're
No
friends?
more.
Yeah, maybe 15. I don't know. That's a long time, but
I think 15 years at least. Yes.
yes, yes. It's been an honor. But you had posted a picture of the art district, and take it away. Tell us how it is out there in Miami.
Well, actually, yes, it was some pictures, and also I posted a video that I recorded from by driving my car. I have a van, so I drive. When I go to my studio, actually, I've been doing this self installation in my home since maybe the middle of February, because early in February I got a cold. I got a flu. So I was, at home, taking care of myself. So I'm being like this quarantine since last month, more or less. And then things became, more difficult and worse with the pandemic. So now we are, of course, taking care of ourselves and trying to also take care of others, friends and family. But the only thing that I do a nivel in terms of moving out of my apartment is just when I go to my studio, which is located in Wynwood, and I can see, how, the whole neighborhood, the art district neighborhood, is completely empty, and at night is nothing, pretty about driving around there. But
And
yes, the
usually
whole
it's
city
pretty
is more
packed.
quiet.
Usually it's pretty packed, and there's
Oh
lots of people.
yeah. Wynwood became, like, maybe 10 years ago, became the what it's still called the art district,
Hmm.
but for real estate reasons and developers reasons, the real estate became so expensive in terms of renting. So many of the galleries move out of the neighborhood to more affordable neighborhoods. So now there are only few, I should say, one or two art galleries, contemporary art galleries in the neighborhood, and maybe some kind of artistic or commercial shops. The rest of the neighborhood now is only entertainment, like food, clothing, fashion, bars, a lot of bars, and more bars.
Wow. Oh,
So
so it's got to
it
be
changed.
real empty where you're at.
Yeah, it's really empty, and of course, it was a district. Everybody was looking forward to move to a urban area that still have the flavor of the art district, because the whole, neighborhood, it used to be like a warehouse area. So the big murals, the big walls are all painted by graffiti and muralists that make the visual of the neighborhood is so beautiful and stay like that. It's the mecca of the graffiti art throughout the year, and especially in December when all the people around the world come to Miami for the Art Basel season. But now it's completely empty.
Wow. And when is Art Basel? What month is that?
It's the first week of December.
The first week of December. Okay, okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that it looks like that might still be on for this year. Because yeah, I don't think
Hopefully,
it'll be
yes.
affected. I hope not. I'm crossing my fingers.
Yeah, me too.
Right. So were you able to go and see any hospitals? Is it truly a crazy pandemic or like a crazy time? Like there's lines out hospital. That's what I see on the news, right? And there's
The I never went to a hospital right now. I don't have reasons to go except for the feeling that I have that I want to buy a lot of food, good food already, from some places that I know that they cook very well. And I wanted to donate it to all the emergency healthcare workers on the emergency hospitals, at least one or two that I know. I've been there for personal reasons before, and I know how the guys are working there. But about this time right now, I never make it to the hospital because I don't want to expose myself to any potential, situation. But
correct. That makes sense. Yeah. You want to be
yeah,
safe.
of course, of
Yes.
course. But as soon as we get some kind of security about being able to go out again, I have a very profound feeling of appreciation and depth of gratitude to all the medical people. So I want to go there and support some way, somehow.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And, if you want to say a prayer at the end of this podcast, I'm open to that because I think right
Okay.
now, our
Yes.
workers need it. So I'll remind you when it's getting close to the end, and then I'll let you know so we
Bueno,
could all bow our heads and say a little prayer for all the healthcare
super.
workers all around the world. So
Absolutely.
so you didn't see any hospitals. Are you hearing like the local news that it's really crazy? You shouldn't go, Are you hearing anything? What's going on?
Yes, of course. At the moment, in comparison with other cities in United States, the state of Florida still in a kind of low dynamics. New York is very difficult, and I think Washington State, New Orleans, but Florida we're still coming up with the statistics. The issue, as you know, and everybody knows, is that there are not so many tests available to test all people. So we don't really know how many people are infected. And for those, mystical reasons that are part of the human existence, is we don't know, why some people are getting really affected and some other people are taking it only as a temporary flu, So I don't know, but the news, fortunately, still if we still preserving, and behaving like social distancing and only going out for our basic groceries and keep everything safe, cleaning. And I think Florida is going to be one of the states with lower, in comparison with when all this finish, the state of Florida hopefully is going to be one of the, no most affected
The least
states.
affected, yeah,
But
the least affected
the least affected. Yeah.
from most
But
states.
remember something: when all this start happening, we were in the middle of the spring break,
Right,
and
correct.
it's so popular,
Yeah.
so famous in South Florida,
Yes.
and the kids were not hearing and paying attention
Of
to
course
the
not.
news.
Why would they?
The big
Yeah.
and we have a lot of travelers from New York to Miami, Miami to New
Yep.
York. Actually, we have a lot of travelers from Brazil to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
It's so popular.
Yep.
Brazilians love Miami, come to shop for shopping. And in Brazil, and just right now, they begin to have some regulations. So hopefully, from today to 2 weeks, we're going to still have to know how's the peak, how it's going to become all this. But fortunately, it's not going to be so bad as other states like in New Jersey and New York, fortunately.
Yeah, on the East Coast. But I do want to remind you that there's like other states in the US that are, things are really spread out and there's far and few between people like, Idaho or, Wyoming or even Utah.
I hear Detroit, so now Michigan too.
Yeah.
they're getting a lot of cases right now. But what we can do is a pandemic. It's something that reminds us that we are just another single unit of this wonderful existence. We never know.
On this earth. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
with everything that you're saying, have
Yeah.
you talked to any of your family members in Argentina? And what's the state of Argentina? Can you share with us? Anything that you might
Yeah.
know is fine. I know that you
Yeah,
haven't been there.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. I'm in contact with my family and friends. We have a group on WhatsApp of about 6 friends from high school time, actually from elementary school. We're still very good friends, and we create a group in WhatsApp, so we're constantly in communication. So yes, Argentina for more than 15 days. Actually, they are getting into the second set of quarantine.
What does that mean?
This is mandatory quarantine in Argentina.
Okay.
So that means that they already started the second quarantine set. So they already they went through the 2 weeks, and the government says we need to do another 2 weeks.
Got it.
Because,
Okay. And
yeah. So they're all, but this is mandatory. It's not like in United States that we can still go in and walk around the park and have some air, or riding our bicycles, maintaining social distance. No, in Argentina, if the police see you in the street, they're gonna stop you, and they will send you back to your home. And if something goes wrong, they're gonna fine you. They're gonna put you a ticket. They're gonna give you a ticket.
oh, okay. And how much is the ticket?
It's about $200, more or less.
Okay. And
you have to pay it like a regular ticket. If you don't pay, you lose your driver license.
Wow. Okay. That's wild. So, at least it's not as bad as the Philippines. So in the Philippines, I actually.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
And that's
not.
actually that's true. So I spoke to somebody in the Philippines, and I asked her how she could be working, and she said because she has a pass. And for the people that don't have a pass, they shoot them dead right then and there.
That's what I
That's
think.
what she said.
In Argentina, it's the same thing. You can request a pass. So if you have to see your parents, you have to see somebody that you are taking care, or you you have a position of work where you work with the hospitals or with some kind of line of, food or something like that. You are able to go out around. For example, my brother have that permit, so they can visit my father. My father is doing self-quarantine in his own apartment. My father is 89 years old, and he has to take care of himself. He's doing okay.
Okay, I was going to ask. Okay. Yeah, so he's 89 years old, and he's still healthy, right? He's still okay?
Yeah. Last December, I visited him. He was a little bit weak. He got some kind of, kidney infection, but he was able to get out of there and that situation, and he got better. And he's at his home right now. So, and my sister and family and my brother and family, they're, taking times, and they visit him to cheer him up. But yes.
Well, that's wonderful. You're very, very lucky and very blessed. Now, let me ask you a question. Does anyone in your family or friends, anyone that you know in Argentina, do they know of anyone with the virus?
Actually, no. Mm-hmm. I have 2 friends that they did the test, and they were accepted to receive the test here in Miami because they were having some symptoms like chills, fevers, and pain on the chest or coughing a lot. So these 2 friends of mine, they went like 3-4 days ago to have a test, and they didn't get the result yet. So I don't know. At the moment, I don't have any of my friends that test positive.
For family or family members, you don't have anybody.
Or family? No, none of my family have positive. Yeah,
that's great. Yeah.
The cases in Argentina are very low in comparison to United States and comparison to other countries in South America. Still, Argentina is very well under control. This thanks of the government took care of implementing some normatives that people are following it. And fortunately, everybody is safe. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, those are some really interesting remarks.
Hello?
Your caliber, um, and you know a lot of people from all over the world, and you've traveled all over the world with your art and with your
Yeah.
sculptures and whatnot, and that's how we met actually. So we,
Yes.
it's very, very interesting that you don't know not one person that has the virus, not one person, right?
No.
Me either. And
No.
I do something
Mm.
different. But quite like yourself, I know a lot of people from all around the world, and every person I've spoken to, not one person has had the virus
Mhm.
that they know personally.
Wow.
You hear about these movie
Yeah.
stars and you hear about these politicians, but you don't hear about anyone else. And anyone else right now, they're saying that
Mm. Mm.
individuals have to die alone. And
Oh,
that's
yes, that's
horrible,
terrible.
horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
And now they're saying that, not to get close to people, just to talk to them online if you can. And I just don't understand how not one person on the face of this earth that I know that has the virus.
Yeah. Mm.
I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know. What do I take away from that? I take away a lot. I don't know. What do you take away from that? Like, there's
Well, still, I didn't take a look in the numbers, but as a worldwide population, I think we're still in a very low rate. I'm not sure from the whole world population. We have a lot of people test positive, and then when we're gonna be able to test hundreds of thousands of people, when not even the test. I just finished listening like 1 hour ago a radio show. I listened to NPR radio, and they were consulting with two scientists and doctors that are studying the coronavirus for more than 40 years, and they say that they still have problems with the test. Some tests are giving negative, and it's not a true
correct.
negative, and
Correct.
then so there's a lot of problems with the tests. So they're getting better and better every week.
But isn't the test,
By
Daniel, isn't the test
Yeah, yeah,
supposedly the test that they use for SARS? Because as I understood it, coronavirus is a derivative
yeah.
of SARS, or it's an add-on of SARS, but it's part of the SARS family. Isn't that correct?
Yeah. They were talking about the sensitivity. I don't know if that's the correct word. The sensitivity of the test. For example, if they put some kind of reactive chemicals on the test, but the sensitivity is very low. Probably they do a test with this how you call it, these little things that they put in your
Right.
nose,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and when they put it in the liquid, the test is not able to detect your antibodies counting.
It's like a
So,
Q-tip that goes
but
inside your nose. Yeah.
yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
Q-tip, right, a long one. So anyway, I think they are trying to, like, how you call it, tweak it. The test situation. They're gonna make it better and better and better. So fortunately, very soon we're gonna be able that when somebody tests negative, is a real negative, or if it tests positive, is a real
Right,
positive
but do you
too.
think that that's an
But they are doing.
excuse
I
to
have a
close
friend.
down the entire earth? Like, I mean, I don't know.
I
I mean, as
in
of
terms of
today, I'll tell you what the numbers are
yeah,
as of 11:47 a.m. Um, right
yeah,
now there's a million for, we'll say 1.5 million confirmed cases. Deaths
okay,
around the world now, only 83,
yeah,
only 83,000. And of course, I say
yeah.
only, but my heart goes out to all the families who have been affected by this. I'm
Right,
not
of
going to
course.
just, stuff that off like it doesn't mean anything. Of course it means it's a
Hmm.
death,
Hmm.
and then the recovered
Yes.
are 308,000. So that's,
Hmm.
those are some interesting numbers because they're numbers from all over the world. This is everything combined.
Yes. Yes, yes. I would like to hear, for example, if somebody can tell me, maybe this is a homework that I leave to you or somebody on the audience that want to do it. Uh, how many people we have in the world right now, counted, and how many cases test positive that we counted as right now, and how much is the
Yeah,
percentage
so
of
the
that?
average is 7.5 billion. The confirmed cases are 1.5 million. And
Uh-huh.
then the deaths are 83,000 and recovered is 308,000.
Yeah,
So the percentage is menial at best,
yeah.
menial. So it,
Right, right.
I mean, I don't know how why
And
on God's green earth are we closed down for that small amount? And
why? But I can tell you one reason why. This for all the news and all the outlets for all the kind of news that we receiving from everywhere is evidently, and listen to a lot of doctors and scientists that are talking about, this is a very aggressive virus that duplicate and replicate inside very rapidly, and there is not any human being that will react with your immune system the same way. Everyone is going to react in a different way. So for some people, it's for what we hear in the news, when the virus get into the respiratory system, they can kill them in a week. It's very fast. As soon as they feel like, I feel like a lack of oxygen when I breathe in, blah, blah, blah. It's already late. I mean, the thing is, this virus works so fast and replicates so fast that's why it's so dangerous.
yeah, and of course that's what
And
we're being told, right? That's what we're being told. And yes, I agree. There are some scientists that are saying yes. There are some scientists also saying that this pandemic is a joke. There's some people saying that there's no reason to close down the entire earth.
exactly. Because if we do another comparison with how many people are infected with regular
Correct.
influenza, and how many people die per year, and if we compare that with the coronavirus now, well, maybe we might say we're still under that statistic. So I don't know, my dear, but the fact is that we are right here, right now, talking on the
Right.
phone,
This is
and
this is happening. This is happening.
yeah, this is happening, and we have to accommodate our activities to be able to come
So
on. I mean,
let me share
and
something
now,
with you. Okay,
yeah,
so I looked up the
yeah,
statistics while
yeah,
you were speaking, and
yeah.
in 2019, 42.9 million people got sick from the flu.
Okay.
647,000 people were hospitalized, and 61,000 people died.
Uh-huh. So, and in comparison with the corona right now, you say for the flu, for the influenza, 40,000
For
million?
42.9 million. But that's for a whole year,
Okay.
right?
For the whole
Exactly.
year. And how many people we are having until right now on coronavirus?
1.4 million. That's what I'm saying. This,
Oh, of course, you see.
that's what I'm saying, that
You see?
this doesn't make any sense to me. And
Hold on a second, but this is not the end of the year, and this is a new virus. So imagine this. The virus is going to continue being on the air somewhere, somehow. It's going to keep propagating, blah, 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 until we don't find any vaccine. We're going to continue having cases,
right, but
positive
that doesn't
cases.
mean that
We're going to
everyone's going to
continue having.
die. Number one, and that's what everyone's
No,
thinking.
of course
Number
not.
two,
Of
we don't know
Right.
if a vaccine necessarily is going to be helpful, because we don't know that as a concrete evidence. Because number one, we need years for
Nothing is
vaccines. You
certain.
need
Yeah.
years.
Of course, nothing is
Exactly.
certain right now. For example, right now they're talking, these scientists, this program that I hear this morning, now they are, even from the government, we are saying that in many hospitals, in many countries, in many places, they're trying to treat the cases that are positive with this cocktail of medicines that is very famous.
Yes,
I
yes,
cannot
yes, yes, yes.
this
I can't,
famous name.
yes, but I know.
One of the
We all
medicines
know
that
what it
became
is.
more popular. Yes, but this morning, the scientist that is studying the coronavirus for more than 40 years is saying that medicine also create problems in your
Correct.
heart. So we're treating people to be able to go through the process of how your coronavirus is infecting you, and they're trying to cure you with these medicines. But at the same time, this early medicine that are testing on you is potentially also is going to create some kind of damage in your heart. So be
Yeah,
careful
that's
with
a
that.
huge problem. So, look,
Yeah, we don't know. That's why it's necessary
how
to
many people
test
are
for a year.
not vaccinated for the flu?
Yeah. Well, in 2019, I didn't have my
Right.
flu shot.
I've never been tested. I've
No,
never
I
done the
didn't.
flu shot. Are you kidding? I would never touch that vaccine. Never in a million years.
Oh well, I I did like in the last maybe 2015, 16, and 17, around there. I gave my flu. I received the flu shot. The doctors, insist. When I go to see my every 6 months, I check the doctor to do a regular checkout. They insist to me, you have to do it. You have to do it. Well, okay, so I did it. But in 2019, I didn't have that vaccine because when I was waiting in the waiting room to get vaccinated, they were taking too long and I was busy. So I said,
So you
forget it. I come back another day.
That's hilarious. Well,
Yeah,
thank God
really,
that you
because,
didn't,
yeah,
because I hear that those vaccines have lots of
but
different things.
hold on a second. But listen to my experience. Then in February this year, 2020, in February, the first week, I was working and I began to have a dry cough. And then it get worse, and it got worse, and then I felt like, okay, I got the flu, I got I got a cold, so I stay in my home. I sweat at night, I have fever, I cough a lot for 3 days. I took all my natural medicines, and I traditionally I take a lot of natural medicines by myself, and I multivitamins and
Right,
zinc
right,
and
right. And
this and
all
this
your
and that.
teas, because you have
And
lots of teas too.
of teas, and I like to use also essential
Correct.
oils, rosemary and other very good essential oils that I have to help you to breathe and to have the lungs, your respiratory system healthy. And I do a lot of meditation practice and some basic yoga movements every morning, every night. So what I was saying, that I got the cold and it was very, very, very tough. It was very, very tough. I went through, in any case, and I didn't have the flu vaccine in 2019. And so in February this year, I got the flu, the cold. It was very bad. I was able to get better in like 2-3 weeks. But I needed to have like a tune-up. So I went to a
Oh,
acupuncturist.
right, right. Yes,
Of course.
that's
I
really
went to an
good right now.
acupuncturist and I took a treatment of ozone treatment. You breathe through your nose for 15 minutes. It's a kind of a mix between oxygen and ozone, and that goes into your lungs. The ozone have the capacity, the ability to kill
What
bacteria,
was that you
viruses,
said?
fungus.
The breathing and
Ozono.
sauna.
Ozono se dice en
¿Cómo se
español.
dice? ¿Es
Ozono.
que querías ir al sol o estabas en una sauna?
No, no, what I'm saying is the acupuncture
Yes.
treatment include also 15 minutes of ozone therapy.
Ozone therapy. Got it. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, okay. The ozone therapy, 15 minutes breathing that mix
Got
of
it.
ozone
No,
and
I understand
oxygen.
now.
and for 15 minutes, and it was fun. It was fantastic. It was really fantastic. Next day, I feel completely renovated energetically, breathing perfectly, and that was the end of my cold.
Or the quote
That was
unquote
the end
flu
of feeling
that you had.
the flu. Exactly. Now, if in 1 month from here I'm able to take a test, and the test says that I am positive, that I have it.
Yeah.
So I think what I had in February was not a cold. It was one of the early cases of coronavirus in South Florida. So who knows? I might be a survivor.
It's interesting because I know another person who every year that she takes the flu shot, she gets sick for 3 weeks. And then when she doesn't take the flu shot, she never gets sick. So, and it's weird.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. Every human being is a unique universe.
That's what I think it's interesting.
That's why the doctors are, driving themselves crazy about why some people are getting infected and then they go really bad down into hell, and some other people are dealing it like a regular flu and they get out of it.
Exactly.
Every immune system works completely different.
Maybe it is like a regular flu for most people. Because, like I said,
well, yeah,
like we're in April.
Maybe it's the cousin of the sibling of one of the many organisms that are floating in our environments. And I always remember this. I don't know, for some reason. Remember the famous movie and book, La Guerra de los Mundos?
Yes, of course. Uh-huh.
Of how is the name of that in English? War of the Wars. The latest remake was with Tom Cruise.
I saw it
many years ago. Of course, this supposed to be alien civilization came to our planet to invade us and killing all of us, to take over our planet. But at the end, after they try to shoot them with atomic bomb, with many things, what it took down this invasion of aliens was the bacteria and the viruses that we have in our environment that kill the aliens.
So that's something positive you're saying. That's hilarious. Oh my God, I love this.
Exactly. We have some immune capacity to deal with regular, bacteria and viruses that are floating in our environment.
This is true. Now hear this. So this Wuhan virus started in November, right?
Yeah.
And now we're in April.
Something like that.
That's 6 months from my count. Yeah. And in 6 months, all around the world, there's still 1.4 million people who have got the coronavirus, right?
Yes.
And then the flu is 42 million, and that's in a whole year. So in 6 months, we only have, let's say we double or we even triple, we still won't get close to what is going on with the flu. Even if we triple it. And that's my point, is that the whole entire world should not be on lockdown because of this. This is not appropriate. Whoever wants to be on lockdown, I think we should have a choice.
Yeah, at some point I agree with what you're saying. But the way that it spread throughout the world, it was because at this moment we travel a lot. Now people are traveling a lot, take airplanes from China to United States, like we take a bus from your neighborhood to the next neighborhood. So it spreads so widely through Europe and United States and South America and blah, blah, blah.
But it hasn't. So that's my point. Look, it hasn't affected that many people. It's only 1.4. And the flu, which is 12 months, is 42 million. And this is 1.4. Let's say it's 1.5 million. I'll round it up. 1.5 million. So let's say it triples or quadruples. Let's say it goes up to 10 million, 15 million, 20 million. It's still not 42 million. And guess what? We should not close the world for this. People should get to choose.
Yeah, but in a specific... Yes, but in specific locations and situations, you can wipe out the entire population. For example, if you don't restrict
if what they say is true.
Social distancing,
if what they say is true. What if it's not true?
You can wipe out New York. You can wipe out New York completely if you keep everything like normal. Oh, this is gonna pass. All the population of New York will die.
I don't that's what they're well,
And
that's what we're being fed. That's what I'm saying. Like I understand. So look, I
look
can
at the
never
hospital.
do
Look at the hospitals, at the ER
I understand,
units in
but
New York and New Jersey.
some of them were lies. So look, I'm going to tell you something. I
It's okay.
no,
Okay,
I
if
know.
you
I'm
think
just
about
sharing
that,
with you.
it's
So
okay.
like, I would never know how to
Yes.
do. I would never know
Yeah.
how to do
Yeah.
a sculpture like what you do. I would not know how to do that. I would come up with something
I
different.
understand.
I don't know how to use the tools.
Of course.
I've never been trained.
Yeah.
You know, but just the
Uh-huh.
same way that you know
Uh-huh.
your craft, I know my craft. I know that in the film and
Yeah.
television industry and news for that matter, which I'm a
Yes.
part of the
Uh-huh.
union, literally I know how that works. It's called mind comp. It's mental manipulation. There's no reason
Right.
for everyone to be on a lockdown for 1.4 million people that are cases that are confirmed.
Interesting. It's possible. We will see.
That
We
is
will see.
true. we we
We will
most
see.
certainly will.
At the moment, still, at least clean your hands with with alcohol gel,
Who
and
didn't clean? I mean,
and
who for those people who didn't clean their hands, that's disgusting. I'm sorry, but that's gross.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Is strange. We live in a very, very crazy world. But the other aspect that come out because of this is that you see that the environment is getting better. There are news about waters are becoming cleaner, air is become cleaner. Um, Now fish is coming back to some rivers that were contaminated. They're coming back. That's the beauty of the human. Yeah, I mean, the beauty of nature itself. I think we human gonna pass. We come to exist in this planet, and one day we're gonna just disappear.
Kind of
The nature and the planet will continue
like
to
the
exist.
dinosaurs. We're gonna go extinct.
Yeah. Except there were dinosaurs, there are no more dinosaurs. And then there were another things and no more. There were humans and there are gonna be
Ah,
no
pues
more
entonces estamos
humans.
bien jodidos.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah. I mean, the concept of for me of exploring the space, exploring the cosmos, and colonizing other planets is more than ever necessary to think it and to put into work. I think NASA is doing already plans for doing a base in the moon, and soon we're gonna land in the planet Mars. And soon, from 50 to 100 years, we're going to have to start moving human beings to other planets, to other environments, because it's not sustainable. We are not going to be able to sustain the healthy living in our planet.
how do you know
We
that's
are
not
not in
mental
the
manipulation? I'm just saying, I'm playing the
what?
devil's advocate because
No, just looking at the bio, nature of
mm,
our culture. We are contaminating. We are putting so much
yes,
plastic
yes,
in
it's
the
horrible.
oceans. We are polluting the air. We are everything because of the how you call it, the greed of having a lot of things just for your organization society, and we are contaminating things. We continue using oil, burning oil in factories, contaminated with chemicals, the rivers,
The,
and
but
things like that.
that
So by
sounds like
nature,
the 1%. That doesn't sound like the rest of us because the rest of the human population really wants to help each other. For the most part, want to help each other, want to
yes, yeah,
support.
but the 1% is Yeah,
Yeah.
the 1% is contaminating
Yes.
enough to kill all
Right,
of
but
us.
we are okay. So here's my point, and here's the reason why I even do
Yes,
this. People are forgetting
yes,
that there are 7.5 billion people on the globe.
yes.
7.5 billion people on the globe. That's a lot of people.
Do you
If
think?
that's indeed a correct number at this point.
That's why we need to colonize other
Right, right. But
planets.
I'm saying that's what we're told. How do we even know that anything that we're told is even true? That's at the point. I'm at that point right now. So 7.5 billion people, what I'm trying to say, to stand up to
Mm-hmm.
1% of the human population, come on. Give me a
Yes.
break. I mean, come on, what's going on? Like, we allowed for this. My point is that we allowed for this. We turned around, we were given coal, we were given oil, and we turned around and started consuming it. If we would have said, no,
Yes.
let's not consume anymore and really let's save the planet, but no, we were too lazy. And like you were saying, we were too greedy. We're focusing on ourselves, not
Yes.
focusing on Mother Earth, who sustains us and provides our food and
Yes.
shelter. No. We turned a
Yes.
blind eye to really what's important, to ourselves first, our creator first, ourselves, and then our family, which is every human being that shares this planet.
Right.
We
Right.
have to, we have to
Yes.
go back to each other, and we have to go back to the earth. And that's plain and simple.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. But people want to go to New York and live to New York and going over there and go to Los Angeles or Chicago and, go to Barcelona and to
jet set.
Paris
Yeah.
and just populate those centers when we can be living everywhere. There's so many
Yes.
beautiful places. And we can, with a little square, 10 foot by 10 foot, square of land, we can just put some veggies there and grow. And still, we have to use technology. We can put an antenna and have internet and connect with the world and saying, hey guys, I'm eating my homegrown tomatoes and
Right.
and having a wonderful life.
A more
But
simple
anyway,
life, like going back to like our roots, like our great grandparents.
yeah,
That's why they want to kill off the baby boomers, because they want to
yeah,
get rid of like the remembrance. They want like the newborns who can get chipped right away, right when they're born, and follow the rules
yeah,
exactly how they're dictated to. And
yeah.
they're talking about AI. I mean, let me not even get started on that because we don't even have time.
Mm.
But I
Oh
can't.
my God.
But I definitely want to have.
I hear the conspiracy theory that this social distancing and all what we are doing in our social media and internet is part of a conspiracy where this is coming from a comment that was done by Edward
Yes,
Snowden.
yes.
Edward, the famous guy that
That worked for the U.S. government.
voiced
Yes. Uh-huh.
exactly and voiced up that we've been spying in our technology phones and computers, and that's true. We always knew that,
No, we didn't know
and
that until he
but
brought it up. I really didn't know to the full
well,
extent until he brought it up. Yeah.
okay. But anyway, he's talking about all this information that is being storage right now about how we are behaving in these times are gonna be used in artificial intelligence in the near future to accommodate our necessities of society in the near future. And I think this is definitely the truth.
Yeah, it's
They're gonna use all this information by governments and by
to see
companies.
how to best control us. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
But at
Some
the
way,
end of the
somehow.
day, and I'll go back to this, there's
Yeah,
7.45 billion
yeah.
people on the globe, right?
It's true. Maybe it's not gonna
It's
be the
like
majority of that. Right,
if
right.
it's like this. The bully became the bully because he bullied one person or two people or three people, five people, let's say, in the whole school, and nobody stood up
Yeah.
to the bully.
Mm.
But if everybody in
Yeah,
that school,
yeah, I
which the
agree.
school held over 500 people, if they would have come together and
Right.
been like, "You're not going to bully anyone," what would that bully wouldn't even exist, because everyone would stand up and say, "No,
Right.
we're not accepting this," and not in an aggressive manner or violent manner, mind you. Of
No,
course not.
no.
We do it gently and simply, and we say, "This is not
Mm,
tolerable."
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's where I'm at. Well, thank you so much,
Nice.
Daniel.
I
I really,
love this
I
conversation.
really
Thank you very much.
appreciate you coming on the show and sharing what you did
Uh,
and just who you are. And
Wonderful.
let's take a couple minutes to bow our heads and pray for all of the medical staff that has been helping throughout this
Yes,
global pandemic. So go ahead. I'll let you lead the prayer, please.
absolutely. Okay. We are a multidimensional beings, and we have a deep down inside of ourselves, we have a center, we have a place that is completely empty. And that's the place where we have to go to take decisions and transform the world. So from the Buddhist perspective, even in the state of hell, in the state of absolute darkness, there resides Buddhahood of our enlightened nature. So even in the most difficult time, we can pray and focus our meditation to take our enlightened nature and spread it throughout the world. And I hope that's what I do every day. I take, even when I feel a little bit down or confused, I know that even in that place where I feel, I can take the best of me and pull out myself from that mood and be an enlightened nature and being the beacon, the light of humanity. So I hope that I can spread it to everybody that is listening to it. And I always share with everybody something that I get from a very close friend of mine that one day I hear to say that do never underestimate the power of your heart. I love that phrase. Do not underestimate the power of your heart.
Don't ever underestimate the
So
power of your heart. That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful mantra.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you so much. I'd love to have you on again. You're absolutely wonderful. I'm glad that you're safe. I'm glad that you're healthy, and continue to spread that love and all that wisdom. And I send my blessings to you. And
thank you very much.
Of course.
I got it.
And to all you listeners, stay safe and stay healthy.
Yes.
And as always, united we stand. Thank you so much for listening. Stay safe, subscribe, and review. We will come at you with many more topics, and remember, united we stand.